Hey everyone, welcome to this video. So I am starting a series on multithreading, which is a powerful concepts in Java. It is one of the most important topics in Java. So in this video, we'll try to understand like what is multithreading, what exactly a thread is, what is the process, and why multithreading is so important in real-world applications. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered how your system runs multiple tasks at the same time? Like you can watch YouTube videos while downloading any file simultaneously, or you can uh, listen to music while browsing through the web. Well, that's where the concept of threads and multi-threading comes in. So before understanding multi-threading, we'll understand like what is a thread and what is a process. So by definition, a thread is a smallest unit of a process that can run independently. So thread is a smallest unit of a process. And what process is? So process is actually a program in execution. That means a program that is currently running. That is called process. So suppose whenever you open any app, let's say browser or text editor in your system, what the operating system does is that it creates a process to manage that running program. So you can check what are the process that is currently running on your system. You can just right click on your taskbar and open the task manager. So here you can see all the process that are currently running. So these are all the process that are running. So basically a process is simply a program which is currently running. Now a process can have a single thread or it can have multiple threads as well, but a process has to have at least one thread, which is called the main thread, and this main thread is responsible for executing or starting your program. So whenever you open any program, the main thread starts its execution, and following that we can create multiple threads to perform different tasks within that same process. So a process can have a single thread or it can have multiple threads. And for your information, a process will have its own memory. So it can have its own memory, and this memory will be shared by all the threads within that same process. So suppose we have multiple threads within this process. Let's say we have thread 1 and thread 2. So let's say we have main thread, a thread 1 and thread 2 in this process. So all these threads will share the same memory which is assigned to this process. Okay, so we'll deep dive into the concept of memory management within the process in the later videos, but this is what I wanted to add. Now what does multithreading means? So multithreading means executing multiple threads at the same time in parallel or concurrently and managing those threads. So this is about the multi-threading, like how we can create different threads to perform different tasks simultaneously or parallelly, and how we can manage those threads to make our system efficient and better. Okay, uh, but the question is like, what will be the problem if we just use a single thread, or like if we don't use multiple threads, like what will be the problem that we'll be facing. So for example, let's say you open a Google Chrome in your system, and you started downloading any file, right? So what the operating system will do, it will create a process for the Google Chrome, and the process will have a thread that will be responsible for downloading the file. Now if there are no multiple threads, if we are just using a single thread, what will happen there, uh, since our since we have one thread, that single thread will be responsible for downloading the file, and we don't have any other threads to perform different tasks. So what will happen, our Google Chrome will get freezed because we don't have any other threads uh, to make the Chrome responsive. We can't go to any other tabs, or we can not perform any other different tasks like searching on the Chrome, or uh, any other things, because a single thread is responsible for downloading the file, right? And we don't have any other threads. So that's why we need multiple threads within the same process, that so that we can perform different tasks at the same time on that same application, right? So this is just a brief introduction about multi-threading. So in the upcoming videos we'll deep dive into much advanced topics. So in the next video we'll try to understand like how we can create threads in Java using thread class or runnable interface. So we'll dig into that, and yeah, we'll also try to understand like how we can get multiple threads in Java, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. So I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.